Self-paced learning math is where you pace yourself. Well, the name kind of explains it. Where you pace yourself in math tests and you do reviews at your own pace, and you also get to work with your peers.
Basically, you kind of just work at your own pace, and everyone has this own date where you need to be done with everything, but you don't have this date every day. You just have a suggestion of where you should be. But you could work ahead or stay behind a little bit and then catch up. And overall, it's a lot easier.
It's when like you do everything like by yourself, like you learn like as you're going on in the chapter.
Personally, I don't think it's really a necessity, but like I like where the teacher talked to you like in front of like the whole class was working on the same thing at the same time, and I think that was just easier.
It's easier because like you have to learn like to be responsible of what you're doing in your chapter.
Sometimes yes, but sometimes I would like a little bit more instruction. But for the most part, it is, yeah, much better.
Self-paced learning is an opportunity for kids to go at their own pace. So the kids who really understand a subject can work ahead of the class and go faster. And then kids who need more time with a topic can have that individualized time with the teacher for reteaching and relearning a topic. And then we have some sort of drop-dead test dates that everybody has to be finished with a chapter by a certain point, but kids can work faster than that schedule.
Self-paced math is where the kids can come in and work at their own pace and do as many chapters as they want in a little amount of time, or they can go until they get to the drop-dead date and then take the test.
We switched to the self-paced classroom because, like every classroom, we noticed that there were kids who already had mastered the subject or that particular topic, and they were bored and frustrated, and I felt like I was holding some kids back. And then also with the kids who were working at a slower pace, it seemed like the reteaching was taking a very long time, and so then the kids who were working quickly became even more frustrated.
I changed to self-paced math because I thought I got the idea from a cohort of mine that works at a different middle school, and the conversations between him and I became a lot about improving test scores and improving the way that kids think, and I think that the self-paced math was the difference between how my kids perform versus how his kids were performing.
Huge, yes. So we're noticing that test scores are higher. When kids take the chapter test, their scores are much higher than they were in the traditional method with fewer retakes. And I've also noticed that I have more time, while some kids are working ahead, I have more time to sit in small groups and circles with kids who need that one-on-one help or small group help who did not get the questions correct on the first try.
I love the self-paced math because I get to know my kids a lot better on where they're at in what they actually know, especially right before they take a test. I know a lot of what they know and what they don't know. I have lots of data that shows that the test averages have gone up between 5 and 10% on average for the tests that we've taken since we've started the self-paced math. I think that they do because they get some one-on-one time with me, small group instruction, and they also don't have an assigned piece of homework every single night.